Turn to the race for Buffalo mayor. While Senator Sean Ryan celebrated his victory last night, that is only the first hurdle in the race to City Hall.
The Republican candidate for Buffalo mayor is not wasting any time getting his message out as a summer of campaigning is about to heat up. 2 on Your Side's Nate Benson reports for us tonight.
Holy cow, this is incredible!
Rightfully so. Senator Sean Ryan was jubilant Tuesday night when he won the Democratic primary for Buffalo mayor.
How's everybody feeling tonight?
And that's a great question. Let's ask the Republican candidate for Buffalo mayor.
I think last night was actually a great night for Republicans and conservatives.
James Gardner is the Republican nominee and will appear on the ballot in the November general election. You haven't heard much from him since he announced in February because he didn't have a primary challenger. But now the race is on. So why was Tuesday night a great night for Republicans?
Anytime the Democratic Party leads into this sort of leftist, progressive, far-left politics, it distances them from where the vast majority of voters are, which is in the middle. And that's entirely where I intend to be.
Buffalo has not elected a Republican mayor since 1961. That's 24 years before your favorite TV reporter was born. Gardner says that works to his advantage, too. What makes you stand out compared to Senator Ryan?
We're talking about 50 years of failure, more than 50 years of failure of Democratic politics. And it's not that Senator Ryan is offering something new or something, a new approach to anything. In fact, it's a more extreme example of the bad ideas that haven't worked over the past 60 years.
In my conversation with Gardner Wednesday afternoon, you can start to see his campaign messaging take shape, connecting Senator Ryan to a long history of policies that he feels has set the city back. So what's his message? Let's start with city finances.
For $1 of new taxes on city residents, we are going to cut $3 from the city budget. There has to be, you're not taxing your way out of this problem. You're not borrowing your way out of this problem.
How about those 7,000 vacant properties in the city?
I would auction those off to responsible developers, people who have an established track record, both in terms of residential housing, don't owe any money to the city of Buffalo.
And what about those pesky potholes?
The mayor's responsibility is to keep the roads paved and safe, to keep the streets clean and safe. There has to be an absolute priority.
Gardner has other platform ideas that he's eager to share, but it's going to be a long summer of campaigning and there's plenty of time to dig into all of that. But he wants voters to know
that we have a viable message, a message that has an increasing level of support among city residents, among county residents. And I know that come November, we're going to surprise a lot of people.
Now, speaking of November, Acting Mayor Ganlin secured enough petitions to appear on that ballot in November as an independent. However, during his concession speech last night, he did not confirm whether or not he'll actually be running. According to the Erie County Board of Elections, the acting mayor has until the end of day Friday to decide whether or not he wants to remain on that ballot. Live and on your side in downtown Buffalo, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.